Joined now by Adrian Wojnarowski. And Woj, as you wrote earlier in the day, this length of a suspension is essentially without precedent. And there's nothing on the back end that assures Udoka that he comes back when that year is over. And I'm just trying to figure out, I guess, probably what a lot of people are. Like, if that's the length of the suspension and you're not sure he's coming back, where does that leave him?
Scott, it is an unanswered question tonight in the wake of this year-long suspension. And as you said, Scott, with no end date, there's no assurance, and Ime Udoka was not given any assurance that he would ever coach the Celtics again. But what it does open up the door for, and certainly in talking to some other organizations today, he may become a candidate or a coach of interest for other jobs that might open or might become open during the season or certainly next season. The final chapter of Udoka's coaching career has not been written. This is not going to be a death knell for him. It could be the end in Boston, but this is a coach who made an incredible impression on people. What he did in Boston last season, getting them to the NBA Finals. And I think that Udoka is going to be a candidate elsewhere, and maybe as soon as this 2022-23 season.
You and I always try to deal in facts. That's what you do, not opinion so much. But I'm trying to process this. Look, I get the internet wants to know all the specifics right now about what happened and why, and that's not the way things work in real life. But this is a guy that made a great impression. They made it to the finals. He's held in very high regard. But is Boston just trying to buy time to figure out if they want to fire him? Like, I don't understand why is it left open-ended? That's the part that I'm really confused by.
Yeah, and that's something that Brad Stevens' ownership at some point is going to have to address about how open-minded they really are to bringing Udoka back as their head coach. And some of this might be, Scott, legal protection for the Celtics, not committing to Udoka's return. But listen, this was jarring for the Celtic organization, and this has been jarring for a lot of coaches around the league, a lot of people who really believed in Ime Udoka, and a lot of people, and perhaps rightly so, questioning the severity of this punishment. It is unprecedented, but certainly, I think for Boston, there's still a lot of uncertainty as they move forward. And Ime Udoka's coaching career, will it continue in Boston, or might we see him somewhere else, perhaps even again as soon as this season?
Lots and lots of questions to be answered, lots of details to perhaps give an understanding as to why and how and when, and those will presumably come here in some period in the future. We'll wait and find out when that is. Adrian, as always, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.